Hello, this is Christy, aka The Preacher, and this is my review on the Great Balls of Fire Raw pay-per-view from last night. I did get a chance to see it on the WWE network, and let's start off with the women's match. I think it was a pretty substantial match. It was pretty entertaining to watch. A lot of back and forth. I was pretty upset about the results. For my previous video, I'm not impressed with Alexa Bliss. I still don't get what the big deal about her is. I don't see the push. I don't understand it. So I was disappointed that she is still the champion. But also, not wanting Sasha Banks to get it either. She's been champion already with the back and forth with Charlotte. We need someone new in the title reign picture. I think a new woman to step up to the plate and claim that title as hers besides those two. I think it's about time someone new came along. The biggest match, I think, of the night, it wasn't even a match, it was what happened after the match, was obviously what happened between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. I have seen worse done in the Attitude Era. Growing up, watching Stone Cold Steve Austin do tremendous damage. Of course, I don't think people were in the vehicle at the time. Remember, the cement happened to, I think it was Vince McMahon, or maybe it was even The Rock's car, totaled. Nobody was in the car at the time. But I remember an incident with Kane in a limo. That was pretty brutal. So there has been brutal things done before to people in vehicles. And it was not too long ago where Roman Reigns was in an ambulance and Braun Strowman just happened to pick that baby up and roll it over with Roman Reigns inside. So let's not just forget that, shall we? Okay. So yes, this could have been worse because Braun Strowman was trapped, maybe, and the back of the ambulance was smushed. But I think that obviously the announcers had to make a bigger deal. The people in the back had to make a bigger deal to play it up, because that's the whole point of it, is to play it up. What was remarkable was Braun Strowman's resilience of getting out of the ambulance and trying to walk afterwards. He looked horrible. Just looked horrible. With the blood coming down his face and his arm all messed up. Hideous. But he got up and didn't want any help, and so I have to give him a lot of credit for that. And I'm looking forward to Monday Night Raw to see what happens between those two. Now, Enzo, I was expecting him to lose. I know part of me was kind of hoping he would, get maybe a fluke victory, but Kaz is the stronger one of the two. Although Enzo does have that personality and is better on the mic. I really hope the WWE does not get rid of Enzo because of that reason alone. There's not a lot of just, I like people who have their own abilities they can bring to the table, and he brings that by himself. Natural personality, natural mic work, without much work on it. He just has the way of talking, way of, just very artistic in a way of what he's saying. And I like that. So I hope they keep Enzo around. I hope they can find a way to work him in there. I don't know how successful he'll be being by himself. So we'll see what happens with that. Kaz, I think, can be successful by himself. Although he's being a little too cocky right now, I don't think he can take on Brock Lesnar and beat him. I really don't think he can do that. He's being a little too cocky for himself. Let's see. What other matches? The Brock Lesnar match. I was kind of disappointed with the outcome of that match too. Samoa Joe was pretty dominant throughout the match, and I don't like part-timer champions. I really don't. I don't understand why the WWE wants to have a part-timer champion that only wrestles during pay-per-view matches. To me, that is cheapening the whole. It's cheap. It's cheap. I think the WWE universe needs a full-time champion. People who go pay money to see live Raw, go see Raw first of all, should be able to see the title being fought for. They shouldn't have to wait for every pay-per-view. I don't think it's right. And why should the wrestlers in the back have to wait for a whole month to have to get their title shot too? I think it's cheap every way around. It's just, I don't like it. Let's see. I'm trying to remember all the matches. I'm not a huge fan of the cruiserweights. They do a lot of flying around the ring, which is fine. But I like the tough, brutal matches myself. So, and being big girl, I don't like the smaller dudes anyway. So, not into that. The cruiserweights are not really my cup of tea. Let's see. I'm trying to remember all of them. I apologize for the gaps. Just trying to think of, I'm covering everything I saw on the pay-per-view. I apologize. The Miz match. Miz and Dean Ambrose. Yeah, with all that interference, who didn't see that coming? And I wouldn't be surprised if Dean Ambrose gets another shot at the title. Because let's keep on going around and around and around. Why not? That's what the WWE's been doing lately. Go around and around and around. Not. I mean, it would be nice if they could just find a happy end, I guess, to that feud. Bray Wyatt's match, he won. I'm okay with the ending of that one. I didn't really, one way or the other, mind who won that match, to be honest with you. I like both wrestlers, Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. They have different styles, so I can't really comment either way. I like them because they are different. They're different styles. I like Bray Wyatt's personality, his the way they're developing his character a little bit better. You know, in a sense, Seth Rollins, I'm not sure. I guess he's just being himself at this point. That's where character he's portraying is himself. I'm quoting that. I don't know. But Bray Wyatt's character I like. I like the development of his character. So, that's great. And I really feel sorry for Heath Slater, and I don't even know that other guy's name who's always getting his butt beat in that ring. Kurt Hawkins. There you go. I remembered. Kurt Hawkins. Because their match was... I don't think anybody even watched their match. Everybody was so trying to figure out what was going on, and backstage they didn't even watch their match. So they were just out there for being out their sake while they were trying to figure out what's going on backstage with Braun Strowman in the ambulance. So I felt bad for those guys. I guess in some ways they probably don't feel bad because they got to be on a pay-per-view. But, it's what their careers are turning into. Sad. It's kind of what the WWE does, though. They put you lower and lower and lower in the ladder until you're kicked off the ladder altogether. And then they're down here on the ladder, and it's like, okay, so we need you to just go out there. Just throw you out there whenever they need you. Very using mentality. User. I hope Sasha Banks didn't really hurt her back too much during her match. Looked like she took a really hard fall on the apron, and I know she's had previous back injuries. So we'll see what happens with that. And I'll be watching Monday Night Raw at home tonight, even though it's in Houston. I didn't get those tickets. It's alright. I'll get it next time they're in town. So I'll watch Monday Night Raw, and I'll review that tomorrow sometime. And this is Christy, aka The Preacher, signing off for now.